Since the recent election victory of Donald Trump, a growing cadre of Democrat politicians on the state and city levels have announced their plans to defy any attempt by the incoming president to engage in mass arrest and deportation of people in their locales who've broken U.S. immigration statutes. The latest to join the chorus is Denver Mayor Mike Johnston, who ramps up the Dem-centric political opportunism by claiming that should Trump try to enforce federal immigration statutes by engaging in mass deportation, sending federal agents into Denver, the feds will encounter a Tienanmen Square moment. Hi everyone, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRC-TV, and here's the story. James Morley III reports for Newsmax, quote, Denver Mayor Mike Johnston has threatened a Tienanmen Square moment using tens of thousands of mile-high city residents to prevent President-elect Donald Trump from his plan to deport illegal immigrants. More than us having federal agents stationed at the county line to keep them out, you would have 50,000 Denverites there, Johnston said to the Denverite on Wednesday. It's like the Tienanmen Square moment, right? Said Johnston, referring to the infamous image of a Chinese student and People's Liberation Army tank coming face to face in Tienanmen Square in China during the 1989 uprising. End quote. Well, he has a colorful imagination, doesn't he? And his inflammatory statement comes on the heels of other politicians engaging in similar oppositional rhetoric. As Reuters reported last week, Democrat California Governor Gavin Newsom is working on ways to thwart Trump's expected immigration roundup. Washington Governor-elect Bob Ferguson, a Democrat, is preparing a response to block or decrease the impact of Trump's expected actions. And New York Governor Kathy Hochul and Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey both have said that they're getting their state attorneys to focus on fighting Trump, with Healey saying that state police will not help Trump, and Boston Mayor Michelle Wu recently saying that local cops also will be instructed not to assist the feds. Reuters notes that the Democrat governors of Illinois and Colorado have joined forces to create a new affiliation to oppose Trump and continue the status quo on immigration and other matters. Quote, with their governors safeguarding democracy group, Democrats J.B. Pritzker of Illinois and Jared Polis of Colorado join attorneys general and other Democratic governors who have pledged to resist conservative Trump policies on everything from immigration to rollbacks on environmental protections. End quote. Even conservative Senator Rand Paul, the Republican of Kentucky, has announced his opposition to Trump moving federal troops into states to enforce mass deportation. Writes Bo Erickson for Reuters, quote, Republican U.S. Senator Rand Paul voiced opposition on Sunday to the idea of using the military to carry out mass deportations of people living in the country illegally after President-elect Donald Trump signaled last week that he plans to do so.
But you don't do it with the Army because it's illegal. If they send the Army into New York and you have 10,000 troops marching, carrying semi-automatic weapons, I think it's a terrible image and I will oppose that.
Senator Paul refers to the 19th century Posse Comitatus Act, which prohibits the use of federal troops inside states without congressional approval. But the prohibition actually goes deeper than that. The U.S. Constitution itself states explicitly in Article 4, Section 4, that militia under the federal command can enter states only if the state legislature or the governor, if the legislature is out of session, request that aid to protect their Republican form of government from violence or invasion. As I noted in 2022, this actually is something Texas Governor Greg Abbott has done, and he has expressed dissatisfaction over Joe Biden's response to his request. In fact, looking at Texas, offers us a big opportunity to learn about what the founders originally planned regarding immigration. The Texas state constitution, approved in 1869, includes an article establishing a Bureau of Immigration in it. If the people of Texas believed Congress had the power to control immigration, why would they bother creating their own Bureau of Immigration? The answer is that Congress did not have such an enumerated power, and the only reason contemporary Americans argue over what the feds should do at the border of various states is because of an 1875 Supreme Court ruling in the case called Cheelung v. Freeman, which was a challenge to a California statute imposing a charge on boat owners who were facilitating ingress of Chinese women seen as likely prostitutes by the politicians. At least that's what they said. With that 1875 ruling, the justices simply made up out of thin air federal immigration control. And curiously, the state politicians pushing back against Trump now are trying to curry favor with their leftist base, garner votes, possibly from migrants, and look inclusive rather than maneuvering against the Cheelung v. Freeman ruling. If they did that, they'd be in a much better position. Trump border czar Thomas Homan has already issued a warning to these people.
But look, if they're not willing to help, then get the hell out of the way, because ICE is not do the job.
Holman said that the immediate focus will be on those illegal immigrants with criminal convictions or charges, as has been the focus under the first Trump administration. Complicated information. The founders wouldn't be happy with this situation, I suspect. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being interested in this scholarship and, of course, for spreading the word about these videos on contemporary issues that open the door to American history and American constitutionalism. You can, of course, find our videos on YouTube, where sometimes they censor us. And, of course, you can always find us on Rumble. Please follow us there, share the videos, because Rumble doesn't censor us, and that's really great. You can find MRC-TV, of course, all the time at MRCTV.org, and please consider donating to the Media Research Center. Find out what the whole team is doing and visit the Media Research Center's MRC-TV store. It's really neat. You can also find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, and of course, if you want to find me on Gab, I'm at Gardner Goldsmith on Gab, and on Twitter/X, I'm at Gard Goldsmith. Thanks for watching and for being interested in this deeper history and scholarship. For MRC TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.